Hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream. This time of art. So today we are doing Malice Spice, the younger brother of Bonus, who we did last week. So his kind of idea is he's the former Grand Bishop. Now, I won't talk to you fully about his lore fully right now because that's kind of what the gist of these streams are for, is like kind of like give you guys like a little. And I know last time I was talking with the mods, and so I didn't really talk much about Bonus himself, but since they are brothers, their lores do very much tied together, so I guess I could talk about Bonus as well. I still can't believe how much I gave him pencil. Anyways, so yeah. Anyways, reminder: next Saturday is the 12-hour is the 2-year anniversary and birthday bash 12-hour extravaganza. I posted the schedule on the Discord if you would like to join. I can get you guys the link real quick. If I can spell Discord right, that is. So, yeah, if you want to see the schedule, got a lot of fun things planned. It's going to be one of the best events I've ever made. And then, of course, Extra Life will be November 1st. November 1st to the 3rd at maximum, because it is a subathon after all. I am blanking on what I was gonna. If I was been meaning to say something else. I'm blanking. Good. I don't think I have anything else I need to talk about. Talked about the birthday bash next week, and then I talked about Extra Life. The only really things I have coming up that I really have planned so far. So I guess if that's just the case, we get into the art. So yeah. I can work with that. There we go. Okay, yep. There is no section. baby lizard in the mailbox. It's a mystery, isn't it? One that you'll not have to figure out. Trying to find stuff. Oh, what kind of interesting things? Also, if you're gonna wonder why I'm not giving him like any like feet, it's because I already know he's like gonna be like wearing a robe because he's the former Grand Bishop, and it's kind of like customary for them to kind of keep their garb into whatever they bring next in the world. Hmm. It's in the lore at least. Also, that was his arm. That'd be one heck of a long arm if I kept it going down like that. okay. It's okay. Nah, don't beat yourself up over it. It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, you distracted me from too long. I did some other art last week, and I was talking with a couple of my mods the majority of the time, and it's just like it took me way much longer to get through the art just because I was talking to them. Oh, interesting. I don't know. Perhaps it may look into some scientific. So that's a, it's like keep meaning to turn timers like that off for like simple art streams. Then again, as I claimed before, I'm a professional streamer, 10 out of 10. Heck, I've been meaning to just turn that one off because that one was specifically for uh, investigations too. God damn, I didn't realize that. Doesn't have like a. It's just a normal guy. At least that's what's gonna be depicted. Is that he's just a normal guy, or at least just fully human at least. We'll get to the not fully human characters at some point. I was gonna say next week, but I was like, we're not doing it. I'm not doing any art next weekend. Next weekend is full of events and celebrating. two different things, honestly. One being my 2-year anniversary, which is a week from tomorrow, and then also um yeah um and my birthday, which is actually a couple weeks away. For now, we're just sticking to the characters who are fully human. Also, we're mostly I'm just kind of sticking to the characters who are most important to the, to what's going to be the official lore video, which is mostly getting through, like, what I consider, like, Act 1. And that's kind of my original model act. That's the act of my original model. So this model has a completely different, it's not like a completely different story, but it's a different, like, it, this model is referred to, I refer to this model as the time skip redesign, and I still like to. I've seen a lot of TikToks of people wiggling ears and stuff, so what was I about, like, oh yeah, so I was saying, for instance, it's my model. It's not. This isn't supposed to be like. This is the time skip redesign, and that's truly lore wise what it is. It's a time skip to what. I have a lot of. I have a lot of, like, Thank you. I have like a whole story written out, and I'll be real with you. It doesn't end with what's currently being written. I have thought of another completely different arc. My whole lore could be a fucking anime, and it's great. Now, will I ever get the time and money and budget to actually, like, make it a whole, like, animated series? Absolute. I have explored, like, alternate universe stuff too, but I was like, let's focus on, like, an actual story. Like, it's like they're different. Like, it's like different arcs, like a different. They're like different anime arcs. So, like I was saying, my original model had a whole arc, which is mostly kind of like figuring out what she wants to do. Act 2 is her on the still on that journey of finding of what she wants, which is to find the true meaning of strength. But something else has arose, which becomes part of, like, a kind of like a big thing within, like, elsewhere, and then another arc which I might might make a new might make a different model for get a different model for, because so yeah, this is, like I said, this is a bonus spice. He was the former Grand Bishop of Nitavia, or Amatalis, which is the nation of which this whole series takes place in. And but he's evil. He's 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 a bad guy. Like, and it's not like the case scenario of, yeah, he's a bad guy, but he not a bad guy. No, he is a bad guy. Like, but he's like he's very, very cunning kind of guy. Yeah, he's like he wasn't like an evil lead. He's not like I wouldn't say like he's like an evil leader, but he was definitely not like he was definitely very more cunning than like what you would expect of like a normal just like oh okay the greatest way to explain him is like Al- Emperor Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. Yeah. Like he manipulates things behind the scenes, so he was a very public figure. So, like I said, the best way to explain to him is like the first the prequels of Star Wars Palpatine, like prequel Palpatine. You know, does that make sense? I guess. Thank you. I would understand that probably not everybody watches Star Wars, but it's the best way I can explain him. It's like so, but now he's retired for because there is a new Grand Bishop, Amelia Nova, who is a character who, as I always stated, is kind of like the representation of like flesh tuber me. Yeah, but she has like this split personality, like kind of like uh blanking on the name. Actually, the best way to describe it is Hajime from Danganronpa 2. Best way to describe it. It's really the best way to describe this like two people as one person. The best way to explain it is Hajime for Amelia, and then the other half refers to herself as Nitrakuma. So that's real. Though I just really haven't come up with like, I think that's gonna be like the official canon name for her because like his whole aesthetic is like Monokuma. As you can tell, I was inspired. As you can tell, there's many things that inspired me, and Danganronpa and Danganronpa and Or Kingdom were the two biggest. So, though I would like to also mention I do not play Or King. I don't really play Or Kingdom nowadays, but I still very much love like the world that was like built in that series and the way to think of the act of the story right now. I I had a major part. Okay, so I designed the original model. So what it is I designed the original model, which is my first model, which is let me pull up some art of it. I think I still have some left on my computer here. I may not have any of the original. No, that's not what I wanted. Image. No, it's fine. It's it's literally fine. Oh, ignore this photo right now. That was just from something else. I just need it as a. I swear, I still have. I have some art of the original model. I should. I think I should have the original logo. No, I mean the original. It's fine. It's fine. Aha! I have the original reference sheet here. This is the original reference sheet that I drew for my original model. But then when I wanted to get the time skip redesign, I did commission someone to help me. I did help. I did get. I did help. I did commission someone else for the design, but I did tell them to be heavily inspired by the first one. So, because I believe what I gave them as an idea is like it's a time skip. Because like I said, this is entitled the time skip redesign, and I will always remember this model as such. And I have works in the progress of a different outfit, which I commissioned someone else to grow. I commissioned someone else, but I don't want to reveal what that looks like quite yet. Look, I'm totally not bothered by people like getting me off topic and stuff and distracting me, because it's not like it fills out the time of the stream and anything, and I get more watch time and stuff. No. I really wanted to design these characters on stream, mostly because then I get to talk about like my process of thinking and like how I kind of figured these characters would be and stuff. And plus, someone in chat might say something, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. Like the idea of with bonus last week, where I was just like, I feel like his design. I was saying like his divine design felt simple, and my friend and one of my mods was like, why didn't you just let him have a pocket watch? And I'm like, that sounds like a great idea. I never intended him have a pocket watch, but that sounds like something he would do, as like the simple, elegant guy he is. And see, I don't feel like my art skills are that great is the thing, but the best way to help with concepts is like be able to like write down your idea, to be able to like write down the ideas. Look at Cindy. And also, this can be a lame excuse to just talk about the other characters within the lore of my VTuber. Oh yeah, definitely for sure. Because hey, we are. I might be doing some D&D with some other VTubers, and I may or may not need ideas for what kind of character I'm going to be making. Part of me wants to make like there's so many ideas for like D&D characters I want to make, but it's just like Yeah, let's just scrap this whole arm idea. See, something else is the arm. Ah, one of those classic kind of characters. I like that kind of like concept though. It's just like I like the characters. I like the characters who look like they have who do like kind of like have to put on the mask for like any reason whatsoever. I don't know why I like characters like that. I just do. Ah, that was still the eraser. Mm. Yeah, that timer can distract me, and every time I see it, it's a reminder. It's like I don't remove it because, like I said, it was really only supposed to be there just for. It was supposed to just be there for investigations too, and yet I have not taken it off. There we go. I'm not gonna like fully out delete it because there might be. Oh, the actual designing. Now, as I've described earlier, I already had an idea going into this. So. Ah! If my... So the idea is still that, like, even though he's now retired of being the Grand Bishop, he still presents himself. He can still present him. He is still able to present himself. Because normally in the lore, in normal cases, like I said, normal cases, Malice is very far from being a normal Grand Bishop of Metalis. He did it kind of as, to, take over, like I said, think prequel Palpatine. But now, he's a normal after retired Grand Bishop kind of just plays a back seat for the next Grand Bishop. But Malice didn't actually do that. He actually is taking up more of a... He's kind of, like, springing into action as, like... He kind of springs into the action more as a... Kind of like, not like the commander, but the advisor of Kuma's army for the war that breaks out within the Talus. He kind of plays as the advisor and the acting commander, as I should say, because due to Kuma's situation with her having to basically fight for control of who's presenting between her and Amelia. The way she can't always physically be there to be the commander, if you should know. So he's kind of there as like the acting commander. Like he's her number one. He's Kuma's number one. But Kuma is the one basically calling all the shots, and he's just been like, hey, just so you know, my lady, or something. Like he is advising her to continue his plan. Because in reality, for him, this plan was not his own either. This plan was his father's. It's a plan that Bonus knows about, being his older, because Bonus is his older brother, and like I said, Bonus was the former commander of the army, basically, who's now taken over, and the new commander being a character that I still have yet to design, based off of my good friend and moderator, Random. So that's kind of how it is. It's like, So the idea is he's kind of still like, he still like represents himself as like, I am a bishop. I'm no longer the grand. He represents himself more as like I am a bishop. I am no longer the grand bishop. Because he struck fear into a lot of people's hearts. Because when he was the Grand Bishop, I think I believe canonly most people would say, especially in Nitavia, which is, you know, the capital city. Which is the capital city. So, and then, of course, then when he took the side of Kuma and his army, a lot of people weren't that shocked. Oh wait, because I said a lot of people referred to his like time as the Grand Bishop as kind of like Nightavia or Metallus' Dark Ages, and so they did. So a lot of people didn't. So at first, a lot of people didn't trust Amelia because she was specifically chosen by him. But she has proven herself to. She's may not have proven herself to the people of Metallus, but she has definitely proven to herself to the most important people of the lore, which being basically being Valis, Bornus, the character based off of Random, the character based off of Madcap, and then there is another character who's always been her friend, who is based off of Alexa. So. So that's why she's able to. It's spelled with an A. Nothing yet, because I'm not ready to. I'm not ready to, like, you know. I'm not ready to. I'm not ready to reveal the whole stuff that goes on. Basically, what she has to do is she has to figure out how to. Her main goal is to try to figure out how to like, you know, her duties as the Grand Bishop, and then also figuring out how to and also having to deal with the wars that Kuma and Malice basically bring onto her. Their most goal is doing it right after too. For their plan was that with her with how she is, she can't really be in control if she's super stressed. So the brilliant idea was when she was able to take over as Grand Bishop. But like I said, the reason she's able to she doesn't have the trust of like the common people, but she has the trust of like she has the trust of the people who are most important to who can stop this war. But let's just say things for her may not end well. But, you know, I can't say. I'm not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. it is a lore that is not yet to be revealed yet. Because one of the biggest things I have to do before I want to is make sure every character is designed. Before I actually start revealing more of the lore. And a good way is I am bringing back, for Extra Life this year, I am bringing back the Wheel of Incentives. The Wheel of Incentives last year, one of the things was some lore building. And so that's one of the things that's back on the list for this year. But I'm obviously not gonna, spoil major plot points. Because what's the fun in that? Because the idea is eventually I want to be able to make a whole, like, I don't know if I want to do like a webcomic or if I don't know how I want to go about doing it quite yet for how I want to like share it with the public. I don't know if it might be like a mixture of a bunch of different things, honestly. Because there's so many ways to tell one story, and I want to explore a lot of different creativeness, and that's one thing I love about being a VTuber here is that I get to be able to create a story and take people along, and and basically feel like I have brought people along with the ride. That would be interesting. I mean, I also may say this too. Bishops and of course the Grand Bishop of Metellus are very connected with magic. Like if they were D&D characters, they all would be wizards. The Grand Bishops would be, and the Bishop and the Grand Bishop, of course, would all be wizards. So, needless to say, I could easily write a character who could control dreams and stuff. And whoever knows, maybe but Malice does know how to control dreams. Maybe he's figured it out. No, it's a good idea though. Like this is something I always thought about. But I never knew specifically like what like kind of he would focus on for like as like his his focus, because like I said, he's not like he wasn't like a normal Grand Bishop. He wasn't like a normal bishop in Metellus. He was very smart, very intelligent, but also very, very, you know, he was very cunning and evil. But no one, some people could tell there was something. People could tell there was, because what it was is that people could tell there was something different about him, but they couldn't pin like what his actual goals were. They could sense he was evil, but they couldn't pin his goals. But the only person who did know his goals were, of course, like I said, his older brother. Who ultimately proved his strength and became the commander of the army to hopefully try to stop his brother before anything happens. But things didn't ultimately work out in Bonus's favor, of course, and he wasn't able to stop his own younger brother. Because the thing is, like I said this before, this whole plan, Malice's plan is not his own. His plan actually was their late fathers who passed away. And Bonus always never wanted to, be a part of the whole scheme, and always wanted to stop his father in his footsteps. That was his whole plan. His goal in life was to raise up his own strength so he could stop his own father's plan from coming into fruition. Because he knew that's not the life that they needed. But honestly, he was like, I can't stop this. So eventually it's not like he gave up, but he essentially didn't, like, he essentially just was like, I need to find someone who can put a stop to this. And that's when he meets Khalees, which is, by the way, the VTuber. He realizes that we need to he's kind of using Khalees and her goal and her confusion of like what things are about going on, how things are going, to his advantage to stop what's going on. But ultimately, part of him is like, he did grow attached to her like he was his own daughter. Deja vu? Or reincarnation? I don't. What's the call when you feel like you are something? You're something before. I don't. I don't. I don't really know. Hmm. Yeah, I like that. All right, so that's his outfit basically. Now time for the best part. Hair. Now I want to keep it kind of similar to bonus, and for that I need to pull up him as reference. But the idea is that after leaving, bonus goes out into the forest and basically just kind of like lives out there, kind of just like figuring what his plan would be next. So That's why his hair is a little more. Think about a character who has a special emblem that's passed down from generation. In the winner in the cat or something, he's a smaller bit than his ancestor gets a feeling of deja vu, and then they get to talk with their ancestors. I mean, the beauty of being like a creator like that is that you can try to make it. You can make something like that, and then make like the world so, you know, like another character to like kind of balance them out. Yeah, something like that could work. Because as you can tell, like with like characters, most characters I have like their most characters who I have in this main lore can't are there to balance FP either to balance or to mostly balance the force the force of like power. So like Kuma and like Kuma and Bornus are very overpowered characters, but think with Malice and Kuma, they're very overpowered. But I think with the balance of Malice, a bonus Amelia, the characters based off the my mods, and Amelia, that balance kind of balances out a bit. I think I understand. Oh, Real Seal, I don't know what that. I don't. I don't understand that reference. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Wait, there is there is something I am missing. It wasn't supposed to be like a bag. It's just supposed to be like a book. Kind of, you know, tied to his coat. Like, spell book. You know? Because I was just saying earlier how I don't want it. Kind of nice little gem stuff. I feel like I can just try to make it a little bigger. Or a little fatter, that is, too. Yeah, that's good proportion. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. that doesn't look right either. This just comes out too much. Or you feel like you can't stop until the person's fine or whatever. Just like I was touch it. Sorry, to get stuff like that. That's good to know. Or I could tell it was something on my end and I don't know it. Ah. Don't know what that would be all about then. This is one thing I love about being a digital artist. A power preference. Not typically. feel like I'm fully happy with the hair yet. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Now we can get the colors. Now let me bring up Bolus, because they're supposed to be brothers, so they gotta look similar, right? You know? Oh. Well, Malice gets a little more, not fully gray. Because he is younger, after all. Oh god, where's the hair? Why isn't it letting me just look at it? Where's the problem? Oh, there's the problem. I think. I hope that's just the only problem. Yeah, that was the only problem. know it looks very simple, but we're not. That's only base colors. Let's work on skin first. Now on to shading. I conveniently have my shading color here. Ah. There's something I've been meaning to grab. Because just because he's younger than, Bullet doesn't mean he's also getting up there in age. So, he's gonna have some wrinkles, but he's not gonna have as much as his brother. Now we can get back to shading. I totally would have forgotten about the wrinkles. Like I said, he's getting up there in age. But he's not, as old as his brother. I believe, canonly, there is a 3-year difference between the two, so. Because I didn't have canon ages, but I can make canon ages right now. my lore, so I get whatever I say is canon, right? That's basically how it works. So I'll say bonus is 62, and then malice is 59. Meanwhile, Amelia is 26, and so is the character based off of my moderator, Alexa. Now, you may ask, are we really 26? I won't reveal that. And then the character based off of Random and the character based off of Madcap will be... The character based off of Madcap will be 32. And then the character based off of Madcap will be 35. And then Khalees is somewhere in her mid-20s. Actually, no, she's also 26. Because I have written a line that says, wow, that Bowen says, the Grand Bishop is... wow, Miss Lady Nova, which is please. The girl I want you to meet is similar to you in age. So they are. Nope. Got a little bit. Cried. I didn't actually come here to this apartment. I like in this. No, I like. Now there is one thing that I did see Matt. I did the bonus that I want to give. Malice. It's only gonna be a little bit here. And that's give him some gray roots. So I want some of the brown to be poking at too. Alright, now we can get to the fun part of here. White. Because even evil guys gotta have their. Now let's take the not big part. So. Actually, his whole book is coming in shadows. And then here. No, it doesn't look like one for me now because I forgot to switch it to the shade. Now that was the trick part. So now let's clear. Nope, not invert. Clear it. Take a. Now I have to look very carefully. Make sure that all of the inside is. It's all one. It's the emblem. It's the emblem. This, if you guys actually don't know, is the emblem of Kuma's Despair army. So he wears it like a badge of fucking honor. And it's actually in the metal. We're not done with it. It means it's time for dating. Yeah, one day I might design like his like commander outfit because, like I said earlier, I said this before earlier about him is that he's kind of like the acting commander of Kuma's army when Kuma can't be around. So maybe I'll have to make like him like his like military outfit or something. That's a down the road feature. First of all, I want to redesign Kuma. Like kind of keep like okay. So if you guys also don't know, I used to use Kuma as a PNP tuber, and this is like before I became a VTuber. Like I would use Kuma kind of as I don't want to be on face cam today, so I would just use her instead of like using like my webcam. So that's where she came from. Because I knew when I wanted to go the VTuber route, I wanted to kind of tie in my flesh tuber and my flesh tuber idea, and so this is an idea that came to me when I was doing back when last time I actually made Minecraft videos myself, and this was a few years ago. This is when I was playing Minecraft with like Zing and Kimray and stuff, and those folks on the witchcraft stuff. And I think that was the last world we actually did. That was the last world Zing actually set up for witchcraft. So unfortunately, I think if I asked him nicely enough, as in I just asked him, he would be like, yeah, I could give you the world and stuff if you want to continue on it. But I don't really fancy doing that because I don't really find the point in doing that. So right now, it kind of just it's staying as is. And so I was gonna create this storyline of myself and like Kuma, and then I was just like, oh yeah, I could totally make it into the. I could totally take that storyline I was going to do with them, and just kind of write it here for my lore. But I wrote two completely different characters for that situation, and I'll reveal it because that story is going to go nowhere. So one was supposed to kind of be like Nova's side, because that's what I would be referred to before, that half would be referred to as. Because that's also where the name Nitro Kuma came from, too, if you don't know. And so from a situation like that, where there was supposed to, like I said, there was going to be a character that kind of kind of like helps Kuma along her path, and then there's who's only around when Nova's present, and then there was a character who would try to stop Kuma and help Nova, but she would only be around when Kuma was around. It was gonna be a whole thing. Heck, I even have a Nitro Kuma Minecraft model. That's how much I was into the story, but it didn't go anywhere. So I think I still have the art for them if I want to show them off, because I made them and nothing ever happened with them. So time for more art. Time for me to show more art. Oh, hi. Oh. So this was. So let me grab them. I think I still have the art here on my phone, on my computer. Aha! So this was supposed to be like, the guy who is supposed to be like around when Nova's around, and he's like helper of he's like the helper for Kuma. His name is Kojima, and as you can tell, this was around the time I was like just finishing Ultra Despair Girls, so you could definitely tell the inspiration I took. So this is Kojima. He was supposed to be, and then they're siblings, and this is Suki. They're supposed to be like the spare siblings and stuff. So, but the story arc didn't really go anywhere. So, was in the Minecraft that's in details, and honestly, it's not gonna be anything. It was those two characters are like never gonna be seen for anything. So you'll never see Suki like ever. But there is I believe it's in episode 2. There is in episode 2 and 4 of the My Witchcraft SMP thing. There is silhouettes of Kojima. So if that's like something you want to check out, those are still up on my YouTube page. But you're gonna have to you might actually have to search a bit for them, because those are old. Those are a few years old at this point. Also, I'm really glad I chose to just enjoy the Ace Attorney orchestra stuff again. The stuff is so good. I will never get tired of this. I also love like the piano. I also love the smooth jazz album they did. But I want to be able to have that on Spotify, but I can't, unfortunately. Because it's not available in the US on Spotify. So another instance of Nitro being like, I will throw my money at you, Capcom, if you just do this for me. I mean, I've already thrown money at you plenty of times. For both twice this year with the Opposed Justice Trilogy and 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 the why am I blanking on it? It shouldn't be that hard for me. The Ace Attorney Investigation Collection. I'll be real to guess. I definitely 100% pre-ordered it the day. Pre-ordered the the collection the day it was announced. You know, when like, do I have attention to play the collection on stream? No. Well, turnabout replays. I will be replaying them for. I'll be off camera replaying it for on stream. I will be playing it on stream again for like turnabout replays, but I will be really playing it off stream again, so that way I can. That way, when I get to do like turnabout replays for the investigation game, which will be next year, if you don't know. Because last year we did the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and next year I am definitely not going to be able to finish. The Opposed Justice Trilogy, so I made the ultimate decision of, yeah, I'm going to have to go the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I mean, the Investigations Collection next year for turnabout replays. So there he is. There is Malice Spice. So let me just, like, you know, have fun with the background. Great. just because it's tradition to do it this way. Ta-da! What a lovely man. Actually, don't trust him like ever. Nope, can't. This is a man you do not trust. It's like you see this man out in the wild, run away. Just run. You don't know what you're gonna deal with. Do not interact. And if he approaches you, run like hell. So, anyways, that's all I got. That's all I was planning for with today. No. Okay. Let me try to do something. Okay. That's the whole background. So invert. Copy. Let's see what the brothers would look like together. Ah! Or why am I trying to do it so stupidly? When I could just do something like this stupidity. Hi. Yes, everyone say hello to Suki again. Like I said, you'll probably never see Suki again. Don't get used to this face. I might bring Kojima and Suki in a way, but I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to. Because I still have their art here, so let's bring bonus. Save. And then we bring in another. And Mellum. See the brothers side by side. Yes. They absolutely look like they're brothers. Like, the main difference is that, like, the main difference between them is Bonus's hair is more, gray. But, that's, like I said, he's 62. So, Sarah's going out a little more. With Malice, who is only 59, who is like, yes, your hair would be going pretty gray if you're 59, but, But this is, lore. This is, fictional world, so it doesn't have to make sense for age-wise. So... anyways, like I said, that's all I have for you guys today. I will be back on Tuesday for, I believe, what would be the finale of Zero Escape. And then Thursday we're starting Chrono Trigger because I want a little like break between the two Zero Escape games. So we're gonna do Chrono Trigger, and then we're gonna do Zero Escape, The Virtue's Last Resort. So, and reminder, next Saturday is my 2-year VTuber anniversary and birthday bash 12-hour extravaganza. If you want, the schedule is up on the Discord if you want to join. Here is the link, if I can type Discord correctly. I swear I was saying the same thing before stream too. And then a little further out there, but still a reminder that on starting November 1st will be the start of a 73-hour capped subathon for Extra Life, where we are gonna spend those 73 hours, or however long the subathon lasts, to be raising as much money as we can for Extra Life. Like I said, ultimately, my goal is $621 for Extra Life. Because $621? That's $1 more than I raised last year. Ain't that right? So, anyways, other than that, I don't have any other, like, yeah, this is what we're doing! So it basically comes down to, like, who do I got to raid? Who's on my raid target list? We are gonna raid level 99 Giving Wiz. They are playing some Final Fantasy 14. Make sure to give them support and love. And I will be back. Like I said, I'll be back on Tuesday for the finale of Zero Escape. Probably, maybe. It's most likely going to be the finale. So, until then, woo!